For the listeners that may not know the Michael on LinkedIn, the big space you're really focused on is around the coaching space, and obviously in terms of the public speaking, helping people, pitch their business as well. But not many people have the opportunity to know about Michael.
Oh.
Why are you doing this?
I have my own story to tell, right? So I have a story that I could tell where I could be out there speaking to people around the world. But what I thought was, wouldn't it be better if I could, instead of telling my story 1,000 times, how about I coached 1,000 speakers that told their story 1,000 times? Now, that would have a pretty major impact.
True.
So that's why I do what I do, is to help people who have got incredible stories get out to the world, share them. There's that aspect of it. And then there's the other part, which is the investment pitch coaching, which is obviously where people are asking for $2.5 million in 15 minutes and they need to articulate it in a way that people want to put their hand in their pocket.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's a hard pocket to get money out of at times.
It's a hard pocket to get money out of, especially when you don't know what problem you're solving. So, a lot of the people I'm working with, especially in the investment pitching, they're really good at what they do. They know their stuff really well, and when they get up on stage, they speak in depth about their product and what it does and all that type of stuff, and about them and their features, but they don't speak about problems that they solve, and they don't speak about how it benefits people who are investing. Like, how is this of benefit to the investor? Where's the return for you? They don't do that stuff. So, and for a lot of them, they're introverted, techie maybe, and they just lack that charisma. So that's the area I work with there, is just making them more likeable, trustable, and can I work with this person? Do I want to work with this person? So,
I mean, I understand it in theory. Like, it's an essential part is putting others before yourself and conveying in an authentic way where it builds trust. But teaching someone to do that's quite interesting. How do you do that?
Well, I've always joked, right? So it turns out the joke might be true. I've always joked that my superpowers for what I do is slightly ADHD and a non-subject matter expert in that person's field. So the ADHD works that my attention span is pretty short. So if a person's speaking, it'll get to a point where it's like my eyes glaze over and I'm done. And at that point, I'm like, stop. Because if you lost me, you've probably lost some of the people you're talking to. And the second one, non-subject matter expert, I have no idea what you're talking about. So when I go in and work with the client, they're like, oh, I'll send you heaps of stuff, And it's like, don't do that. If I have any advantage on knowing what you do, then I'm not one of the audience. The audience is seeing you, hearing you for the first time, so I need to be that person. And if you're speaking and I'm like, I have no idea what you're doing, then so are they. So it's kind of like, I get to do what most people would refuse to do, which is be in a room full of people who I'm like, wow, you're amazing, and go, I don't know what you're talking about. Most of us are kind of like, yeah, I get it. I have no idea, but I don't want to say I have no idea.
Yeah.
My job is to go, I literally have no idea. You've lost me. Dumb it down. Make it simple. Simplify your wording. Like, what does that word even mean? I don't know what that means. So that's my job.
Yeah.
That's how I do it.